Well, today's kind of like a special day for me because we're down here outside of Darwin, and there is a fellow builder that built a house here that he has for sale. Now, some of you may have already seen this home on a couple videos, but I'm going to share it as well, and we're going to visit with him here. You're going to know who it is in just a second when I show him, and you're going to know which house. Probably a few of you that happen to watch those same channels. But this house, he built it to sell. He built it to a really good standard, a really nice quality, that if there is a expat or a Filipino that wants a really good home and that's just built with a lot of care and pre-thought put into it and getting things just right, this is going to be the house for you right here. And it's in a beautiful location. You know, of course, when you get up outside of Dumaguete and Darwin, going up the mountain, like up towards Valencia and all, back up those ways, the air is so nice, it's so beautiful. It is in a gorgeous setting. It's a gorgeous drive just to come up here and find this place. So here we go. Let me introduce you here to the owner, and then we're going to do a walk through this house, and him and I are just going to discuss building in general. Many of you come to my channel about house building all in the beginning, and just whatever all of my projects are, my million projects I have going on. So this should fit in right in with most of what you all want to see. So here he is right here, Julian. And some of you have seen Julian on some different videos, and Paul, Old Dog, covered Julian because he just recently went through a health event that just hit him out of nowhere. It can happen to all of us. And Julian's kind of recovering over that, and thank God he's recovering over that. And in the midst of all of that, he had this house project, and this is a house, like I say, it's for sale. And this is the man right here that put the mind behind it all, you know, and really made it happen. And I like it. We've been walking through looking at some of it already. It's just beautiful. I saw Alex's video. I saw Justin and Alex Gather's video of it. I'm happy to be here to see it myself, and I'm happy to be here with Julian. Now, Julian, you created your own YouTube channel.
Yep.
And that's actually how I first saw you. I stumbled across you and heard that fellow Southern voice, you know. We both talk with that slang, man. We got that slang. And so we kind of reached out to each other and embracing to meet each other and have some good old conversation and about building, about life and all here in the Philippines. So what is the name of your channel, Julian?
Mine is Jules in the Philippines, Juells. We've been on it for maybe a year. Right now it's me and my wife and my 3 kids. Over here in the Philippines, retired and still building just what we did in the United States for 35 years.
That's pretty cool. And I had to figure all this out myself. I didn't know in the beginning, but if you watch Justin with Critter Hunter, the one that's doing his editing and recording, and they're at the dye shop and all with him, Elvis, for you that don't know, that's Julian's son. And then he also has Jammer,
and Princess, my daughter.
Yeah, and beautiful family, beautiful wife outside. The girls are all out here right now by the pool, hanging out, talking, and enjoying life there. So Julian, as he said right there, he's been a builder for years. I had a man of many hats for myself, but I was also a builder back in the U.S. And so we have a little common ground like that right there. And I think that he's done a wonderful job coming here and building this for his first build in the Philippines, right? Mm. And overcoming all the hurdles, the things that are different and different ways of being done than what we're used to in the U.S.
Orchestrating the whole project.
Language barriers, different way, customs, things like that are different between us all, you know. And plus, you know, most of us, we're really picky on our tolerances and stuff like that. You know, it's not saying that Filipinos do bad work, because there is some gorgeous work done by Filipinos, But in some homes, some corners are cut sometimes. And you didn't want any corners cut.
Absolutely not. Now, I wasn't raised that way. My father said, take pride in your work, build it like you're building it for yourself. So I already had, I'm a person of vision. So when we first started the house, I had a finished product in my head to what I knew everything would look like. So I had something to work to for the finish. So whenever my Filipino experience guys would offer their opinion, I would take it into consideration. A lot of things I did use, you know, because some of their ideas were better than mine, and some of them, our ideas together were better. So yeah, I'm always open to learning new information and all, but I also knew exactly what I wanted.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you hit a good key point right there. For my longtime viewers, you remember me saying that. Some of you would make comments giving me all the credit for things that was going on at my house. And I told them, no, my house is not a American build. It's not an American build. Where are you going to find many solid cast form concrete houses in the U.S.? You got ICFs, which Julian happens to be familiar with. He's worked on some of those projects, built some and all. But of doing just straight cast in place concrete with forming and all. A lot of commercial buildings and all, but not so much in the home sector, unless some very unique high-end homes usually, right? But I came to the Philippines, I looked at a cheap way out to do that worked out great, using basic hardwares. But I said, my house is a blend between Filipino style building and some Western cast-in-place style building. It's a hybrid. I agree with you, Julian, that a lot of my ideas and stuff too came from some Filipino ideas that I blended in.
Yeah.
I blended in. And so I give the Filipinos credit for some things in my house too. Without a doubt, I would go and look at some different methods and all that they would do that I felt that was even better than what we did in the West.
Yeah.
And so there was some give and takes right there.
Yeah, a lot of things is custom building. So, I mean, even when I was in the U.S., I mean, we used to have to cut crown mold upside down and backwards on a table saw. And then when the chop saw came out, I didn't have nothing to do with it for about a year. And then one day I got to messing with it and I was like, you know, man, this makes things a lot easier. Yeah. So the power tool aspect of things here, actually you can be more precise with it. And like most of my workers are from my wife's family in Mindanao. So not only are we getting the quality work, but I'm also teaching them a trade that they can take with them, you know, after I'm old and gone or whatever, that they can use and pass on for a better and easier way.
Exactly.
You know, the days of taking a handsaw and cutting a 16-foot piece of coconut lumber, man, them days is gone, you know, if you go stay in the game.
My guys, same way. When I put them to work, they didn't know how to use circular saw.
Yeah.
Something we think so basic, right? They're scared of that saw.
Yeah.
And I want them to be a little scared, because you can get hurt with kickback and all on those. And I started teaching them how to keep the wood from pinching that blade, you know, locking it on there like a brake, or the saw come up out of the plywood and kick back. Man, you know, you got they're holding their foot down there or something and bending over. Filipinos are small stature. They'll really get down on their work and, you know, using their legs and feet. Come back, lose your toes or half your foot or something. But once I taught them not to be scared of it, but to respect it, I would pull up pictures like we probably did in school back in the day. They would show you these gruesome pictures of this is what's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
In shop and all, right?
Yeah.
And I showed them this is what's going to happen. And then they come to respect the tools. Now, man, when they get ready to cut something, now sometimes I find myself, man, just grab your saw and cut it real quick. But no, they're going and getting the power tool. I done spoiled them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know, another big part of it too is teaching them to take care of the tools.
Yeah.
Because I told my guys, I said, look, this is not a throwaway job. We just don't throw them in the tool shed or whatever. We take care of them. We keep everything oiled and greased, because I said, we'll use them on the next job.
That's right.
You know, so I mean, you have to, because that's your livelihood is your tools, you know.
Yeah, man, one of my first problems was keeping the pigtails, the cords intact on
Yeah.
them. Oh my goodness. We'll talk about all that in another video.
Yeah.
But it's come a long ways, and look here, man, you know, you put the two different cultures together, the hard work ethic of the Filipino, and you can build something beautiful. And this is a beautiful house right here. And if any of you are looking to just move over here to the Philippines, and you're maybe looking at the Dumaguete, Darwin area and all, not too far out of where you got conveniences right down here on the highway, come up where you got beautiful scenery, not so crowded around you, beautiful. Look out those windows right there. Just look at that. Look at that. Well, you might want to shout at Julian. I'll leave his information to reach out to him in the description below, or you can reach out to me even, say, hey, get me connected with that guy. Give this house a shot of possible future home for yourself if you're looking to move over here, like I hear so many of you saying that you are, and you're looking for a place. Well, this might be your place, and we're going to do a tour here of it now, and I'm going to let Julian do the talking, and I'm going to do the recording. And Julian, you give us a tour of this place. We'll kind of move on through and progress, and we'll check it out. It's beautiful. I really like this house. So we're gonna start right out here with Julian's pool. Mel, I thought you was gonna swim, huh? Where's that two-piece? Huh? You're supposed to be modeling this pool for us. Hey, wasn't that the deal? Didn't we hire her to model the pool for the video?
We're just doing the chismes here.
Oh, okay. So Julian, tell us about your place here.
Well, the pool, like I said, we had Tropical Pools do it because they've done all the resorts, or most of them around here. 20 years in business, great reputation. Their tile that they laid in here, the complete pool is tiled. They use an epoxy grout, which is actually a step up and better. It has 8 LED lights in it, different color lights. It has 4 different lights in it. Brand new pump system that actually they do the free maintenance for a year. They keep the chemical balance up and on until you can kind of get your head around it. And this end down here is 7.5 feet. This is 18 by 24, and this being 18 wide. But this part in here, half of the pool is 7.5 feet deep, which we wanted that because it keeps it cooler. A lot of these pools you'll see here in Philippines that are only 1 meter deep, it's like bath water. It's just too warm. This being Europe here in the mountain setting or whatever, it keeps it just the right temperature. You come out here first thing in the morning and go swimming. This end of the pool is 1 meter deep, and I really like the way they did the bench on here, the steps at the bench, because if you have guests, you have a whole bench here if everybody wants to sit and have a few drinks and enjoy the day. The sun comes up over here in the morning, right over the ocean. In fact, there is a little bit of overlooking through the coconut trees there. It's kind of grown up a little, but it is so quiet up here. There's no roosters to speak of. There's no traffic to speak of. There's no karaoke's machines up here to drive you crazy till 2:30 in the morning. So we picked this location for that. Solid concrete wall around it, gated, solar lights on your exterior wall, all tile on the outside. And,
yeah, let's talk about these beautiful columns right here.
This is prefabricated stone, and it came from Thailand. We actually got this through City Hardware, and it was the last that they had before the next order comes through. And it is done with a waterproof clear epoxy finish on them, and I was just tickled to death with the way they turned out.
Just gorgeous. Those are beautiful.
Everything was done in great detail. You know, the soffit material, everything is aluminum type, pre-painted. The guys actually did it within 2 weeks' time. It's got gutters all the way around the house. Lots of exterior lighting. Floodlights on every corner, porch lights in the ceiling, door lights around the French doors on the front, sliding doors.
So coming inside right here, let's have a look inside. This is going to be your main living area. As you see, kitchen, you got dining, you got living room. And how many bedrooms is it, Julian?
We got 3 bedrooms, and we also have an option that we left a wall out here. It's already wired. It would go from here this way and over, so you'd have a nice office in here, or either another small bedroom. But we decided to leave it open because the options for having several different living room settings. You could do this like a U-shaped couch. Then you can have another L-shaped couch here, your TV mounted here on this wall. So already with your receptacle up there to hide your wiring. So if you're in the pool, you can watch TV from your pool.
Well, that is true, right?
Yeah.
Kick back. And so as you see, this window here and this one are set different than the others, and that's because this area across here is set where if you wanted to come in and build a wall, he told me that up in the junction box in the ceiling, it's already pre-wired, so you can drop it on down here. It's already all set up right there where the split is in the baseboard right down here between those outlets. So you can build that in. So this is one of the bedrooms right here. This would be one of the guest rooms or additional bedrooms. And he's got this built-ins right here in it. We left this open just a minute ago, coming through here looking at it. So, Julian, this finish on here, you called it a what?
This is a liquid tile, is what it is. It's actually Santa Clara plywood, and they go back with a satin type liquid tile finish on it, so it looks just like Formica.
It does. It looks like that somebody had layered Formica on it, but it's not. And man, what an amazing smooth finish they did on this.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it was ran through a machine from a factory or something.
Yeah.
It does.
You have plenty closet space for, this room actually, if it was Filipino, you could actually put 2 sets of bunk beds but the main thing was like living as a foreigner, you want a lot of room in your bedroom, so you can have extra guests if they come over, so you have more than enough room. Each bedroom is equipped with ceiling fans, because I like the ceiling fans, because we have air conditioner unit in here that we bought brand new from City Hardware, and it actually will cool this whole house. Turn the ceiling fans on, and then at night, you can close your doors, and you just have a constant coolness with the light.
Very nice.
All the baseboards are actually the poly baseboard, so it's pre-finished. When you put it, it is actually glued in place.
And you don't have to worry about termites eating it.
That's right. Everything. The only thing that's wood in this house are the doors and the cabinets. That's it.
And you see, he has the grounded outlets on here, 3-prong grounded outlets. Did y'all do a ground rod outside? And
I actually tied the ground to the steel rebar.
did you?
The man in Colorado, that was
yeah.
a requirement. With you started grounding through the whole rebar in your walls if you were boarding. So your whole house is the ground.
Wow, that's cool. And then we're going to move on down right here, and we'll go to the next room. And that air conditioning system is about that Boston Bay. That's it right there. It's blowing all the way across this room, and man, does it feel good. So that's the next room. That's pretty much a mirror image of the other room then, right?
Yeah.
And in a way, the closet set to the front, the other closet set right here.
Mm-hmm.
So they're really up side by side next to each other.
Yeah.
Same thing, same closet set up. So it's pretty much the same room again. Nobody can fight over, hey, you gave me the bigger room or her the bigger room and me the smaller room,
Exactly.
They're the same. They're mirrored off of each other.
Yeah, and plenty, like I say, plenty storage. There's never enough storage in these Filipino houses. So not only do you have for your clothes in here, but you have shelves for up top. You have all these drawers down here. So you have plenty room for that. Even on the outside, we have areas if you wanted to put up a small storage shed or even a double car carport.
Yeah.
There's an area that's already out there set up if you choose to do so.
Yep. It is a nice space outside. And then this is the restroom right here that's right off the main common area right here. We'll come in here and look at it. Probably won't both of us fit in here. I mean, it's a good sized bathroom, but where I can get the camera back some and record. So let me zoom back right here. So this image is going to be a little off because I'm using that screen. It kind of fish eyes it a little bit. But this is the corner shower with the rounded doors. It actually has the curvature in the glass right there on it. And as you can see, has the water heater right here at the shower. And this tile, I love the contrast. I was telling Julian that I really like the contrast on these colors on this. I think it's absolutely beautiful and unique. And that was a good eye on that. Yeah, good eye on it. I like it, man. I'm a little jealous of it. I really like it. Yeah. So there you go, right here on this. Nice on the flooring. Has the little countertop style sink it sits up here. The little hand basin. All looks good. Now, what are these countertops made out of? Is that like a corian material?
It's the granite. Is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah,
It's
the man-made.
Yeah, it's a granite type product or whatever, but it's real durable and real strong.
Yeah. Looks good.
Yep. I have all your covers here for your water protection.
Well, you sure did.
So you make sure, because sometimes people forget, that's for sure.
And another thing to make note is you don't have to worry about if there's a flood, pipe breaks, or something happens in the CR right here, the restroom. The tile is lower in the restroom than it is in the main part of the house, and there is a floor drain right there. So we're going to come on down here to the master bedroom now. And looks like you put stainless steel hinges on the doors right here.
I did.
That looks good. And you've also got a wardrobe closet built over here on this one. Built same materials. This nice space. Kind of got like a his and her side here on it. It's looks like it's built even. Does that have a rod on that side also, Julian? Yeah. So it is. It's built like a his and hers.
So you'll have this part for you, and your wife will have the other three doors.
You got that right.
Yes, sir.
Or your stuff is in a box over by the bed.
That's it. That's exactly right.
He went with the same, to stay consistent, he went with the same color themes, except this shower has the black matte finish on it, and where the other one didn't. And I really like this. I think this is also a very good choice. We'll come in here, have a look on it. It's got the double basins. It has the hatch style window that rocks out with the screen. So even if it's pouring down rain, you can leave that window cracked open, let some fresh air come into the CR here. And also letting the humidity go out of the CR. And of course you can still keep the insects out at the same time. So it has a screen there on it as well. I'll show you right here. There's your screen. You open this hatch. You open this hatch up right here. And there you go. And it has its heater here also. And it does have the exhaust fan also. Not only does the window open, but he did put exhaust fans, and they're vented out. And another thing I want to point out about this house is on the plumbing. This is vented plumbing. So you don't have to worry about sewer gases coming back up through anywhere. He did vent the plumbing on this house. And the reason I want to bring that up is there's a lot of Filipino homes that they don't put any kind of stack or venting of any kind, or even P-traps.
Yeah, I know.
Or even a P-trap or a S-trap. As some people want S-trap, P-traps, all these different styles of traps to catch those gases. And then if they did even happen to put one on a sink, but the toilet's not vented, and then you flush this and all that water goes down, and it'll still suck all the water out of the P-trap on the sink because it needs air.
Yeah.
And he did connect up the vent stacks on this house. So that's another nice thing, is that you don't have to worry about the musty smells and the dangerous gases and stuff coming back into this house that can be sealed up. It's sealed up nice for air conditioning and all. It should stay nice and odor free when it comes to that. And that is a key point. Now we're going to come over here to his kitchen. Looks like you went with the same countertop material.
Yeah.
And you had these cabinets all custom built.
Yes, everything's custom built. Piece by piece. All soft closing hinges.
And the vent hood doesn't just recirculate and blow back out the top right here. This one does have the exterior louver vent outside with a screen in it, so you can vent all of that to the outside. And that's going to be very important when you have an open kitchen space like this, because you know somebody's cooking, the entire house smells like the food then. So you definitely want to have a vent hood like this that's vented to the outside. You got a corner cabinet up in there, so you can easily reach all the way up into that space.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat the way they did it, because in the U.S. we usually do a lazy Susan in the corner. And when they came up with this idea, I was like, dude, I said, I've never really thought of that. So I told him, I said, go ahead. And I said, do that. I said, I like it. I like the way it came out.
That's nice, and it's very simplistic.
Yeah. You can hide 2 or 3 kids in there very easily.
And so, does the kitchen sink have hot water in it? Is there a heater underneath?
No, it doesn't, but it does have a receptacle underneath. So if you get to the point that you wanted to do hot water, you could do that, or either a garbage disposal. If the buyer wants to do it, we'll come in and take care of it.
But it's set up. It's not like it's going to be a big deal. It's just a matter of mounting one.
That's it. You got your mount, you got
plugging
your power, you got your hot, you got
those
your
things are so easy to put in. It's unreal. Very simple.
And being it's just a kitchen sink, it's just a really small unit. So
very simple. It's very spacious in here. Let me move off this little fisheye-like screen and get you more in the real here. It is very spacious. Now, we're Americans, so let's talk feet right now, okay?
All right.
What is the footage from one side to the other in this room?
This room is 18 feet wide by 44 feet long.
18 by 44 from one exterior wall to the next exterior wall.
Yeah.
And then you got 18 feet. So that gives you a very nice, great room across here then. The ceiling up here, that is vinyl. That is that vinyl planks that they put in. It has the wood look to it. As you can see there, it looks beautiful. Very classy looking. I like it. Another thing Julian pointed out to me earlier is he did have the cabinet builder to put cabinets you see above his head up there. The cabinet builder had mentioned to him about just putting shelf, and he said, no, I want full cabinets, because you always got those things that you only use once, twice, 3 times a year. The rest of the time it's in your way in the cabinet. Put them up in those upper cupboards up there. You got that emergency stock of food, stick it up there out of the way, and utilize that space. Keep your bottom cabinets uncluttered then, and get that stuff down as needed. So that's a nice touch. The bar lights look great right here. So on the swimming pool, what type of filter system did you go with?
I did a sand filter.
It's a sand filter?
Yeah, because he had the other one. I forgot exactly. He went into a little detail about it. But he said the biggest thing about those right now is they're new here in the Philippines. So if you have any problems, he said it can take a while for you to get the parts. So the sand filter or whatever, I decided to go with them. My brother and my uncle actually had pools in the U.S. and they didn't have any problem with it. So like I said, as long as you keep it maintained, you know, keep your chemical balance right, I think it works.
Is there a service that's coming by and taking care of that for you?
Yeah, he comes by once a month, and then now he's actually taught my caretaker here how to do it, and you know, it's really not that complicated. It's like every other day, it's 2 cups of chlorine, and then they go back and do the algicide, and then they do the pH balance and test it, and it comes back up nice.
So let's say somebody don't want to do it themselves, but they're curious of what it's going to cost them to keep this pool up. What are they charging you?
Yeah, well, right now they're charging us, it's $100 a month to service it, but I know several other expats that have actually done the same pool company, and what they do is after the couple times when they come out, the guy just tells them what to do, and he actually will pull away from the company and do it for you on the side for like 500 pesos, which is $10.
Right.
So you can't.
And you're talking about monthly?
Yep.
Monthly. Wow.
$10 a month.
Wow.
Yeah. And also, this is something else we haven't pointed out, but we have is a water meter that comes down from the mountain, which is the fresh water up there.
Spring water, probably, right?
Yeah. And you also have a separate line that's free. It's for the barangay up here, so you have two water sources, and we have a 1,000-gallon holding tank, so you won't run out of water, you know. And you always have the option too up here because you have good sunlight exposure. If you wanted to do solar, you know, you could do that, and that would, like I say, help with your pump and stuff. Right now, the power bill here, we're keeping the air conditioner running 24/7. The lights we all run at night, and the pump system outside, and the pump for the house itself, we're averaging around $150 to $175 a month.
Breaking that from pesos to dollars, that's about 155.
Yeah, so that's around what, 8,000, 8,500 per month. And the place we have in Darwin, it is, we're paying $275 a month.
And once somebody's in here and of course they're doing things and they got a refrigerator and all, that's going to have an effect on that bill that you would think might increase it. But also when you get furniture and things in here and there's less free open cubic feet of air for it to cool, because your furniture will occupy a lot of that space and clothes and all, the air conditioner is actually not going to have to work as hard as it does trying to keep a big empty space up.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a give and take on that. So I would bet that's close to what the bill would probably be anyway, no matter what. Yeah. Not bad. It was going to be right probably within $30, $40 of that. Yeah. The tile here, this tile looks really cool. Good choice on colors. It has that nice effect on it. It feels like they did a really good job putting it down. What kind of adhesive did you use on that?
They used the Tile Master adhesive, the mixable powder, and then they added the liquid adhesive to it.
Very good, very good. And that gives a little bit of flexibility too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like I say,
It glues, bonds.
You can't feel the edges. You know, they mudded the floor and then they mudded the back of each tile, so you're going to get a solid bond. I mean, we've been through it now here. I think the tile got laid about 6 or 7 months ago, and I walked through and everything is still solid. In the U.S., I had actually got a few comments, and they were like, oh, you can't lay tile without a grout joint. You can't lay tile without a grout joint. But it is a common practice here, especially on these larger tiles, and it does not crack.
And I put all of mine down too with no grout. And I heard the same thing. You didn't leave a grout line. Didn't need a grout line.
No.
And we also used A-class adhesive on ours. I was very picky over what I bought.
Yep.
And I used the Weber heavy duty, which is imported from Thailand. It is so good. And it's funny, you'll see them using cheap product, right? And you'll think, okay, they don't know there's a better choice. You know, I'm talking about the local builders here.
Yeah.
But then when you show up with that bag of like that heavy duty Weber, they know exactly what it is. It's a matter of a lot of times they're on a budget.
Yeah.
And they just can't afford to do it. And so they just use what they can. Some will use nothing but Portland cement mixed with a little bit of fine filtered sand and put it down, and it will not bond, and they will pop loose, and you'll see that all over the country.
Yeah.
Tiles coming loose because they were not put down with a real tile adhesive or a low quality one.
Yeah.
But they do know it's out there. It's just a lot of times their budget can't meet that.
Yeah.
And that's why.
But so like I say, for instance, even the cement here, there's an ordinary and there's a premium. You know, so we use premium everything because I tell you what, I learned the hard way of building. Never cut corners because it will always come back and bite you right in the behind.
Me too. My house, I used Oppo brand, and Oppo has 2 grades, and I used their premium grade on there. You know what? 10 more pesos for a sack of premium. Yeah, 10 more pesos for a sack of premium. I know that can add up over a lot of bags, but this is the integrity of your home.
Oh yeah.
Think about when an earthquake comes.
Oh, I know.
And all of that. This is the integrity of your home. So spend an extra 10 pesos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's money well spent, that's for sure.
Well, it's beautiful. I really do like it. So this is all this pump set up right here. There's a sand filter.
It's on automatic, so it automatically comes on. But if you're on vacation, you don't have to worry about, oh man, I got to have somebody watch my clothes.
If you need to come out here at night, seriously, it looks like it's got a little light right in here. Little nice louver doors, I like that. That pump's really quiet too.
It is.
Very quiet. And you got this grass started. Now, you know, that's how I did my yard.
Yeah.
Is I checkerboarded it and it grew in no time.
Yeah.
In no time.
Biggest
So
thing up here, like I said, we still got to pick a few rocks out of it and put a little more sand in between it because we've been getting so much rain up here.
oh yeah, you got the lights on the pool there now. It looks good. Oh, you got them where they automatically change the colors on it, huh? Go through all the color scheme.
And it's got a remote with it too, so if you want to set it on a specific color, you can keep that for a theme. It's gorgeous up here at night, man. And the water's, like I say, stays warm to where you can swim up to 10, 11 o'clock.
So Julian, we've been showing everyone this house here. I'm sure the big question everybody always wants to know, and let's just get right on to it because it's a beautiful place. He's put a lot of work and heart into it, and it's got a lot of nice amenities and all. It's a rock solid place. Look at the view right here. Let me tell you, if you go right here where our pickup's parked out off this little barangay road, this is another gentleman's, another expat, right? Lives right up here. Norwegian. Right out there at that little road, you're looking right up at the mountain and the clouds shearing off across the top of the mountain. It is gorgeous drive up here. You're getting your money's worth, let me tell you. Let's spill the beans. What's the price?
The price is $10,500. We searched around and was watching other prices around Dumangeti and different areas that we looked at. A lot of them are not as private and not as well built, and they average between 13 and 15 million, which, you know, we just wanted to do a good quality home, so we're asking $10,500 for it. And like I said, we originally were going to stick it at 12, but I tell my wife we've got more houses to build.
Yeah.
So, you know, this here will be a showcase for the first house that we did in the Philippines for quality built. So we're going to let it go for $10,500, and it has a clear title. We actually have title in hand. It is at our attorney's. Everything we can be done in just a few days on it. There are no liens on it. You have right of way. Everything is at our attorney, so you don't have to sit here and wait for 6 months to get 2 or 3 signatories that you can't track down. So hassle-free is also part of the building process here. My attorney told me we searched for probably 35 different properties, and he said, here's a title and here's the buyer, here's the seller. He said, that's what you want.
Yeah.
He said, this is a clear title, so you can get your property, because it is a lot of thing. If you get signatories or it's a mother's title, that means it's originally in the mother's name. So that means she may have kids. She may have grandkids that have gone abroad. So you got to track them down and get them all on the same page. Or
And all it takes is one of them say no,
That's
and
right.
another one of them to forge their signature.
Yep, and then you are in the middle of a show that you're, you know, halfway building or something like that. So we're offering our homes already built. You know, everything is ready to go here. You just drive in and you're ready to go. Here's the keys. Turnkey.
That's right. You've already knocked out all the headaches.
Yes.
So that's part of what you're getting here. You're getting a good, clean bill of health with all of this. Well, I like it, Julian. I know it's going to be a long video, but listen, there's a lot to learn with information in this video. There's a lot of tidbits and tips that have been dropped while we've been showing this house. That's very important, very important. So, Julian, also, you're looking to maybe build another home after this?
I'm looking at building 3 other homes actually.
Yeah.
We already have the plans and permits for the next one, and then we are going to do us a small one that we just work along. And we are actually expanding a little, so for certain expats, you know, that we can work with, we will be willing to sit down with a set of plans, and I maybe can be the general contractors and overseer for them, you know, and it'll help ease some of the tension and stress that they'll have to go through. And then, like I say, I can make a little money on the side too.
Well, it's a beautiful, clean house. Julian, thank you for showing this house and spending time. I'm so happy to get down there and hang out with you, man. It's really cool. And I'm so happy you're doing better, man.
Oh, yeah.
That you're recovering. That means the world to us all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right. You know what I'm talking about.
And go see Julian's channel. And Julian, tell him one more time here at the end of the video your channel again.
Okay, it's Jules in the Philippines, Juells. We appreciate y'all support. Y'all have an outstanding day.
Thank you.